Marca? Well, I must start saying thank you for being part of our lives, for being part of these movies that has marked our lives. For you, that it's so much pressure. You don't think about that?
No, not too much. No. I've been fortunate, to get to do this, so I don't really overthink it. Sometimes, you think, well, you just want to be good all the time. Do your best just to maintain some kind of quality, and hope it doesn't run out.
Daylight come and we want to go.
Yeah, certain things culturally, they stick around. They become part of a culture. Some movies, most movies really, you see them and they're good and you enjoy them, and then they just, things move on and they get put on a shelf, and you look at them sometimes, and some hold up, some don't hold up. But certain movies take hold culturally, and this is one of them. But this crept up, like Batman, for instance, or really Batman, something like, because that was the first. That changed all the superhero movies. That created an entire world because of Tim, really. And then when those things happen, they kind of take hold in the culture. They don't leave. But Beetlejuice was like there, and people were enjoying it, but it was kind of simmering, and then over time it became cultural, and now it's more than ever. It's more popular than ever.
What was the feeling for you seeing you as Beetlejuice once again in the set, or that moment when you knew that he was back?
I had to hear it, not see it. I had to more hear it than see it. I didn't really like looking in the mirror at it. You could become too self-conscious. So I had to hear it and just kind of walk around and hear the voice and walk, and do the nose and the teeth and just kind of like feel it and hear it. I don't like to look at it too much. You become self-conscious. So after the first day, it started getting easier.
Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose. I'm gonna make you so happy.
I was fortunate to go to the Dumbo set in London.
Amazing set.
A few years ago, And I had the chance to talk with Colleen Atwood, and she said that she always wanted to work with him because she has her own language with him.
Yeah.
And I assume that you have the same.
What was
your relation with him?
Yeah, we have the same language, and some of the language is unspoken. We just kind of, we discuss it, it's short sentences, works.
And when you work with someone who is more focused on the story than in being part of, huge multiverses or franchise, how is the feeling of work?
Well, we're similar in that regard, Not every director can create a world, an environment. So once you give into the environment, you say, I like being around this, I enjoy the experience, then you kind of give up control and you roll along with the vision of the person, So for some reason, the way I think he enjoys, and I enjoy the way he thinks, and we don't really think about it or analyze it that much.
Bob, you and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through. Let's go, honey.
After seeing the film, I had this feeling that in some different ways, this film feels like kind of embracing death. For kind of it's time to say goodbye. How do you feel? What do you think about this?
Well, for Tim, he's connected to that probably more than I am. And we keep saying this while we're here in Mexico City. This is a culture that, I hate to make generalizations, but they don't have the same, generally speaking, this culture doesn't have the same worries, it seems, or they don't view it as necessarily a really dark, bad thing. It's just another stage, and Tim feels real comfortable in that. So I don't really overthink it mostly. I have the advantage of playing a character who just has no rules or regulations, freeing.
That was an honor. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Beetlejuice!
What the f***?
Ugh.